To discover Norwich's colourful and changing history, you could certainly start right here at the Museum of Norwich in Bridewell Alley, in the heart of the city centre. But did you know that this site has had its own colourful history? It's been a 14th century medieval hall, home to the very first mayor of Norwich, William Appleyard. It was a house of correction, a prison, a snuff and tobacco factory, and by the end of the 19th century, it became a boot and shoe factory for Thomas Bohill. At this time, over 7,500 people were employed making footwear in Norwich. That was approximately 15% of the city's labour force in the industry, making it Norwich's largest employer.
It is one of the buildings which really epitomised the shoe trade in Norwich. I mean, it's hard to imagine, but if we'd have been here in the the beginning of the 1900s, we would have been stood in a shoe factory. Here, Thomas Bohill and Hubbard made children's shoes. And then it was in 1925 that Sir Henry Holmes, who founded and owned the firm of Edwards and Holmes, donated this building to the city as a museum of trade and industry.
The reason that Norwich specialised in ladies and children's shoes is primarily because Northampton had already cornered the market in men's shoes. They had that sewn up, forgive the pun. So Norwich focused on ladies' high quality fashion shoes for ladies and children, and we gained an international reputation. In 1922, when the King's daughter, Princess Mary, was getting married, where would she come to but to Norwich? And we made the shoes for Princess Mary's wedding. And of course, in later times, Startrite made the children's shoes for the likes of Prince Charles, Princess Anne, and their children.
So Henry Holmes's legacy of this building was, and I quote, to provide a source of pleasure and pride to its citizens, and to inspire the younger generation to realise the greatness of their heritage. I think Sir Henry would be delighted with this 21st century development.